Hello, how are you guys? I'm Cornisha. I'm your purpose and personal development coach, and I'm back to you guys with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Here we talk about healing, wholeness, personal development, and eventually entrepreneurship. However, we like to honor the process of understanding that there has to be a mindset shift. There has to be a level of recalibration, a level of self-reflection, self-evaluation prior to entering into entrepreneurship. So that's why we discuss the personal development topics here as well. Please, of course, if you're interested in those, you can look at the self-evaluation playlist, and from there we'll give you tools and resources on how to self-reflect and create new boundaries and tools to implement into your life to give you a better setup for just operating out of a place of wholeness, operating out of a place of peace and abundance, so that when you enter into entrepreneurship, you're not taking all of that nastiness with you. So if that's content or information you're interested in, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any new uploads from me. I like to upload new videos primarily daily. So with that, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss a beat. So today's topic is, it's really brief. This is going to be a really short video. We're talking about the difference between LLC and sole proprietorship. Like I say, on this channel, I like to give you guys the blueprint on how to start your business from the very beginning to the end, from starting your business to growing your business to scaling it on a whole new level and a whole new tax bracket. Okay, so LLC versus sole proprietorship. Let me shift my phone just a bit so I can see my notes, guys. Perfect. So, a LLC is a limited liability company. It's a business structure that is allowed by individual state regulations. A LLC gives you structure for operating your business, including making decisions, dividing profits and losses, and dealing with new or departing owners. A LLC offers multiple taxation options as well, which is extremely beneficial simply because you don't want to get caught up in the rut of having a business, starting a business, and not being knowledgeable about taxes, not knowing where to start, what the expectation is from your state. So that's where LLCs become beneficial, because it offers flexibility in that area. LLCs offer single ownership and partnership consisting of more than one owner. Also, there's no maximum number of partnerships. So let's say you're in a group of like-minded individuals. All of you guys want to start a business of the same sort. In my state, starting your LLC is $150 before taxes. So you guys can split that. And it may be additional costs because there's multiple owners. So what? Add it up, divide it, split it, and you're in business. You have your legals in order for your business, which is important. You want to make sure you have your legals in order, because that's how you're able to get that's how you're able to qualify for business credit. You have to have your legals in order, and many other things as well. So flexibility, partnership. Also, there are only a few businesses that are not permitted to hold LLCs, like banks or insurance agencies. So that's another level of flexibility that the option of LLC provides, because it really doesn't matter. As long as you're not in a finance or insurance industry, it's fair game, genuinely fair game. LLCs offer quite a few perks for their owners. They offer limited liability. Members are not personally liable for the actions of the company, which is important because in the event someone tries to file a lawsuit against you, they can only come after your business assets. They cannot at all touch or even think about your personal assets. And that's a really good perk of having an LLC. It separates you as the business owner and your personals because those have nothing to do with your business. Okay. It offers management flexibility. Easy startup and upkeep. Like I say, to start as a single owner, I know for sure in this state of Illinois, it's $150. The upkeep on that is, I believe, $75. $75. There was one LLC that I had that I'm probably not going to renew this year. That LLC I did renew last year and it was about $75 if I'm not mistaken. Limited liability. Let's see. It offers self-employment taxing. So with that, you pay depending on your tax bracket. You could pay 20%, 30%, 50%, whatever that looks like for your tax bracket. So that's a good perk because if you're under a certain bracket, pay them their 20% in taxes to the state and you're fine, okay? The only consequence that there's a few. There's a few consequences or disadvantages of LLCs. The disadvantage is that there's a consequence of member turnover because it's a small business. They likely have a lot of employee turnover or things like that. But so what? Most big businesses do, if you ask me. Think about the Walmarts, the Target. Think about how many different family members you know that also worked for those companies and literally didn't last. So don't worry about that. Small matters. Disadvantage, which really isn't a disadvantage, you must have diligence and paperwork and documentation than a partnership. Truthfully speaking, you should have diligence in your paperwork and documentation anyway, so that's why I say that's not a real hindrance. It could be more expensive to create or to maintain than a partnership or sole proprietorship. Yes, it may be a bit more expensive. However, if you don't have a partnership, you don't have to share those profits. So think of it like that. In the event that you don't have a partnership or sole proprietorship, your personal assets are protected versus a sole proprietorship because that means you have a business, but there's no separation between your business and yourself. So in that, they come for you. They come for everything attached to you, your home, your vehicle, all of that. Versus with the LLC, they can only come for what's related to the business. So that's a level of protection that I say us business owners would need. So that's pretty much a LLC. Sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is an unincorporated business with a single owner who pays personal income taxes on profits earned from their business. So with that, truthfully speaking, a sole proprietorship is one of the easiest business types to establish or to take part in due to the lack of government regulation. Also, these type of businesses are very popular among the sole owners of businesses, the independent owners, the ones that don't have partnerships. They may just say, you know what, I'll do sole proprietorship and take my risk where I may, So it's really up to you. I am not at all encouraging you to choose one versus the other. I'm only here to educate you on what they are so that you know what choices to make for you and your business. These types of businesses could be individual self-contractors, consultants, things like that. Many sole proprietors do business under their own names because they're creating a separate business or trade name, because creating that isn't necessary for them. Truthfully speaking, I, for myself, would not choose sole proprietors simply because I want that extra tier of protection for myself, for my business, for my personals. They are simple and easy to open and easy to close. They allow total control and very minimal legal requirements. So if paperwork really isn't your thing, or until you get to the point where you want to implement that into your process, you can start as a sole proprietor and then transition into LLC eventually. That's up to you. Again, there's no legal separation between the business owner and the business. Disadvantages of sole proprietorships: personal liabilities for debts and legal contracts. That means if there's any deficiencies or errors or area of opportunity on your end, you're personally liable. There's no protection for you in that. So keep that in mind. Income flows to you and is taxed at your personal rate. So whatever your personal income tax rate is, that's the rate you pay, which can be beneficial or not, depending on your business and your profits. Let's see. You cannot carry forwarded or backward any business losses. So those losses must be handled in that year. You can't carry it over. You can't give yourself time. It doesn't really work that way. Versus with other taxation options, you do have the options of carrying it over or going backward to amend different things. You don't have that option here, okay? Also, the calendar year is your fiscal and tax year. This simply means the calendar year is that's the time frame you go by in your tax year. So you know how taxes for like employment taxes, things like that, those are filed between February and January, and I'm sorry, February and March, and you have till like end of March to pay those. Here it's different. You have till December 31st, the calendar year. You have to go by a calendar year. If that's conducive for you, by all means. But if not, these are your options. So here are the differences between LLC and sole proprietorship. I hope this was helpful to you. If there's any other topics you'd like clarification on, that's what I do for a living. I am here to serve you guys. I'm here to provide clarity, reassurance, knowledge, and much more. I have my own academy that is launching this Friday, Conducive Coaching Academy. We offer tools, resources, courses, and coaching simply to help entrepreneurs who are looking to start their businesses or scale their businesses, and they need a blueprint or they just need support. So that's what I'm here for. On my website, you will see that I've sacrificed in more ways than one to be here to do exactly what I do every single day. So please know that I don't take this lightly. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And like I always say, I do it for you. I do it for me. I do it for us. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.